But I got to call it what it is. Hebrews 4:16 says this. If you call it what it is, this is what he says. Hebrews 4:16. He said, let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace in the time of need. See, if you don't recognize you need something, I feel like preaching all day, but I got to stick with time. You will never go to the throne. Oh, y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. If you don't feel like you need something, you'll never go. You know what you got to do? You got to treat the throne of God like you do the food stamp and WIC office. You got to walk in them places with confidence. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. You walk in the food stamp office with confidence. They give you a bunch of paper to fill out. You fill out what's your children's name, what age are they, what's their birthday, what's their social security number, how much money do you make, where do you live, do you live with your family, do you live by yourself, what's your income, how much you pay in rent, what's your light bill, how much toilet paper do you use, how much food do you buy a month. You walk in there with confidence because you expect to get some stamps. Y'all see, if you ain't never been on stamps, you don't know what we're talking about. Y'all not hearing me. You got to do like my grandmama used to do when we used to go to the grocery store. She said, John, we're going to the grocery store. At that time, she didn't say grocery store. She said, we're going out of town. I'm from the country. Y'all might not know what uptown means. But my grandmother would get dressed up like we going to church. Y'all not hearing me. She dressed up like we were going to church, like my wife is dressed up today. She put her heels, stockings on, her nice dress, her hat to the side, and said, we going to town. She dressed up with the fact that she was going shopping with confidence that she was coming back home with something. Y'all not hearing me. When was the last time you went shopping with no money? Knowing you was coming back. Oh, God, I remember we was over in Tampa. We had went to the meeting in Tampa, and everybody had went to the Golden Corral, my wife and I. And we were standing in line at the Golden Corral. We knew we really couldn't afford to eat, but we went on anyway. While we standing in line, there's a white couple in front of us. The couple in front of us, we got to the register, and the person at the register, listen, y'all can go on through. And we said, wait a minute, we paid. She said, no, y'all can go on through. I said, what you mean? She said, the couple in front of you have already paid for y'all to eat. Now don't tell me, see, if you don't call it what it is, you can't get the table prepared before you in the presence of your prepared table. Look at somebody say, my money's short, Lord, my money's short. I gotta call it what it is. If I call it what it is, I gotta remind him that I paid my tithe. Now since I paid my tithe, if it ain't a window, let it be a door. Because you say that you'll open up the window somehow. Come on, call it what it is. The diagnosis is you got to call it what it is. The scripture says in 2 Peter 2:9-10, it said, now listen, this is good. Apparently, Peter understood this, because Peter said, the Lord knoweth how. Now, remember I said, in the Greek, diagnosis means knowing through. In this case, Peter said, the Lord knoweth how. He knows how to. He knows it all the way through. He doesn't get you halfway there in the middle, and then he starts scratching his head, trying to figure out how he gonna get you out. Y'all not hearing me. God doesn't get you down to the Red Sea and scratch his head and say, I don't know how y'all gonna get crossing. Y'all not listening to me. God doesn't get you to the car lot knowing you need a car and scratch his head and say, I don't know how we're gonna get your finance. The Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation. We serve a God that knows how. Let me check what a know-how. What's a know-how? Okay, here's a know-how. He said that in Genesis, he said he found favor in Noah. He said because those sins and the wicked had come up before him. He said, now, since the sin had came up before him, I got to do something with mankind. And so, since I got to do something with mankind, I got to know how I'm going to handle this problem. Y'all not hearing me. He said, I'll tell you how we're going to handle it. I know how. He said, I'm going to save 8 people in one ship with animals on the boat. Y'all not hearing me. He said, I'm going to save mankind by saving 8 people by building a ship. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly. Yeah, let me give you one more. There was a guy by the name, he was a soldier, Naaman, and he had leprosy. Now, Naaman was a good soldier, a wealthy man, and he messed around and purchased a slave girl, young 12-year-old girl, and he was complaining about his leprosy. As he was complaining, the 12-year-old girl, which was bought into slavery because God allowed it for her to be the messenger to Naaman, he said to him, he said, listen, she went to him and said, listen, master, if you will listen to me, I know somebody that can get you healed. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying. She said, listen, there is a prophet by the name of Elijah. If you go to Elijah, perhaps he lay hands on you and heal you. You're not hearing me. The Lord knows how. See, and so she said, if you go, so Naaman gets himself together, carries one of his soldiers with him, and gets silver and gold and all kinds of things to reward Elijah with. And the Bible said that Elijah wouldn't even come to the door. You're not hearing me. Come on. He said Elijah, when Naaman got there, said Elijah wouldn't even come out the door. Now this is supposed to be a powerful man. And so, y'all not hearing me. In other words, I'm rich. You're supposed to come see me, man. Y'all not talking back to me. I'm a wealthy person. I give to the charities. I'm a charitable person. I got money in the bank. I got money under my bed mattress. Listen, you supposed to come see me. I'm important. The Bible says Elijah wouldn't even come out the door. He sent a message by one of his servants and told him, said, Naaman, if you want to be healed, go wash yourself. In the Dirty River, the mighty Dirty River. Naaman gets to that and like, wait a minute now. Out of all the rivers in the world, he want to tell me to go wash in the one that's muddy and dirty? The servant said unto him, said, Master, had he told you to do this when you have done that? He said, not only do I want you to go to the dirtiest river to wash yourself, to get clean. Now look at how God does this treatment. He takes a dirty situation and washes it in a dirty circumstances to get a man clean. Y'all ain't talking back to me. I'm saying, he takes a dirty situation and a man that's dirty with leprosy and puts him in a dirty pool to get him clean. Oh, God help me, Jesus. The Bible said not only did he tell him to go wash one time, he said do it 7 times. Now, see, listen, there's no need to go to the doctor if you're not going to take the prescription. Oh, help me, Lord Jesus. See, what sense does it make sense to get the right treatment if you don't want to take the prescription? It said take it 3 times a day, not 3 times every other. Listen, Naaman gets healed from a dirty situation and a dirty living. Perhaps God got you in a dirty circumstance to get you clean in a righteous way. But you got to call it what it is. He said the Lord knows how to deliver those out of temptation and to reserve the unjust to the day of judgment, to be punished. Look at somebody and say, don't worry about your enemies. It may look like they're getting away, but their day is coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Look at somebody, you better stop messing with me. Oh, you might look like ain't nothing happening. Now push me one more time. Just one more time. Making the right diagnosis in order to apply the right treatment. The Bible says in 1 John 4:15, whoso, now listen what I told you Paul did. Paul confessed his circumstance. Paul says, I am in trouble. I am perplexed. I am cast down. He confesses. Now, the second point I want to make is the power of confession. Oh, help me, Lord Jesus. The first time I said, call it what it is. This time, I want you to understand the power of confession. Look at somebody and say, if you don't say it, you can't get free from it.
Can't get free from it.
Listen, he said in 1 John 4:15, he said, whosoever shall confess that Jesus is the Son of God, God dwelleth in him and he in God. Y'all didn't get that, did you? He said, if you confess that Jesus is the Son of God, then he abides in God and God in him. Why is that confession necessary? Because if I confess that Jesus is the Son of God, guess who got the power to get me out? The Son of God. Yeah. See, the reason a person that's an addicted person of substance abuse never get free from it is because they never confess that they have a problem. Y'all ain't hearing me. They never say, I'm an addict. No, I'm fine. I was listening to this guy the other day named Michael Corey. He's a comedian, and I watch comedians because I like their delivery, how they deliver. You know, I learned how to preach from watching comedians. And his delivery, and one of his topics, he says, the crack diet. he said, yeah, anybody never smoked crack? Nobody raised their hand. He said, listen, the crack diet. And here's what he said. He said he knew that he was a crack addict when he broke into his own house. And he got halfway out the door, and he realized he was stealing his own TV. Y'all ain't hearing me. See, he said he knew that he was a crack addict when he started pawning all his stuff. And they said, how did you get so that size? He used to smoke crack. Y'all not hearing me. A crack diet. We call it rock. So here's how you get your authority and power. Instead of smoking the rock, why don't you try the rock? The rock called Jesus. Yeah. The Bible says he's the cornerstone that holds up the building. Look at somebody and say, the rock is Jesus.
The rock is Jesus.
But I gotta confess. I gotta confess now. The power of confession. Let's look at Proverbs 18 and 21. The power of confession. He says in 18 and 21, he said, death and life. I can't get no help this morning. He said, death and life are in the power of the tongue. If I rechange that, he is saying death and life is in the power of what you speak. Oh, Lord have mercy. See, because what I speak is what I see. Oh, help me, Jesus. Y'all, see, that's why the Bible said we need to bridle our tongue like a horse bridle. Because we see what we speak. If you see yourself broke, you gonna be. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. If I see myself living a comfortable life, guess what I'm going to live? A comfortable life. I speak what I see. And what do I see? I see that I'm healed, I'm delivered. Amen. The death of life is in the power of the tongue. And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Listen, what you speak produces fruit. If you've been speaking negativity, check out your circumstances. Look around and see what's happening. It's because what you speak. If you're hanging out with people that don't have an encouraging word, guess what? You're not going to get encouraged yourself. Because death and life is in the power. Genesis 28 and 15. I am with you and will watch over you. Remember the word Shamar. To keep. I will watch over you. Now this just made me feel good right when I read it. Genesis 26, 28, 15. He said, I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. Y'all ain't hearing me. I went to the Florida Cancer Specialist. I got an anaphylactic shock on my first treatment. He was there watching over me. Y'all ain't hearing me. He watched over me till they got me to the hospital. And I told them, I said, y'all got to do what y'all got to do. I said, I got a revival starting tonight. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. I told them, when you get me finished up in here, I'm going to preach. I got to He watch over you wherever you go. And that's why some of y'all all thank God right now. Amen. I want you to thank God. Put those hands together and say, Lord, thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
And you say, so Pastor, what are we thanking him for? I'll tell you what you're thanking him for. Because you remember you was in the car and they were smoking weed and you had rocks and drugs on you and the police passed right by and didn't stop you. You remember when you was in the club and they started shooting and the bullets passed you and didn't hit you. You remember you was in the car wreck, the cop flipped over, you walked out without a scratch. He watches over you wherever. Amen. You go. Amen. Club 112. You was at Club Arcade. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. You was at the Blue Moon, wherever you was at. And they started shooting, but you didn't get hurt. He watched over you wherever you went. Even when you wasn't saved, he watched over you. He said, wherever you go. Then he said, I will bring you back to this land. Not only will I watch over you, but I'm going to bring you back to what I promised you. Y'all not hearing me. He said, I will not leave you. Now listen, this ought to make you shout right here. He said, I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you I do. Now y'all ought to shout. I want to read preaching right here. God said, I'm not leaving until I do what I said. I'm going to cut it out. If I'm cold, I'm going to fill the church up. I'm going to fill it up. I'm not leaving until I do what I promised you that I said that I'm going to do.
Amen, amen, amen.
I'm not going anywhere.
Amen, amen.
I'm not going anywhere until I do that I promised you. If I promise you a healthy life, I'm going to stay in there till you get it. You ain't hearing what I'm saying. Somebody said the right diagnosis. So when they diagnosed me with the non-Hodgkin cancer, I went to Moffitt, and Moffitt did a diagnosis themselves. And they said that, listen, we realized, Mr. Cunningham, that you had this treatment before called Rituxan, and you had a very bad reaction to Rituxan. I swelled up then, choked and couldn't breathe. They said, incubate. Y'all not hearing me. This was serious. And he said, but we know that if you can take Rituxan, it is a better treatment for your cancer. So the team got together. Y'all not talking back to me. 5 of the doctors got together. And they came up with a plan. They said, in order for you to take the Rituxan, it's going to take anywhere from 7 to 10 hours. If you can endure the 10-hour treatment, this will work for you. They said, here's how we're going to treat you. First, we're going to give you some steroids. Secondly, we're going to give you a Tylenol. Thirdly, we're going to give you an antibiotic. Fourth, we're going to slowly give you the Rituxan. We're going to start you out with 15 minutes. And then we'll come back every 30 minutes and bump it up another 15 minutes. Y'all ain't hearing me. And then he said, we'll come back and bump it up another 15 minutes. And if you can take the first 3 hours, we'll bump it up for the next 4 to 5 hours. But if you do it slowly, they came up with a plan. They made the right diagnosis. While they was making that diagnosis, I was checking with God. God, you told me that I shall live and not die, but declare the word of the Lord. So God gave them a plan. Slowly, they pumped it full of this chemo. Slowly and slowly. And it worked. I didn't have no reaction. I went back the next month. The nurses were saying, you that guy. I said, what guy? You that guy that got all these allergies and anaphylactic shock. You the guy. I said, yeah, I'm the guy. So everybody knew about me. They were talking about this. This guy got to take 10 hours of chemo. Y'all not with me. See, but when you make the right diagnosis, you can get the right treatment. I had to confess that I was sick in order to get healed. I confessed that I was hurting in order to get the pain to stop. I confessed that I had cancer. So now by faith, I can say cancer, be thou removed. Somebody say, call it what it is. Make the right diagnosis. Make the right diagnosis. I look at this text, it takes me back to Genesis when Adam sinned. Adam sinned, which means that we were born into sin. But the thing I like about it, God wasn't sitting up in heaven, scratching his head. I wonder how we gonna get man back in right standards with us. God wasn't scratching his head. He said the first treatment is you gonna make sacrifices. You gonna sacrifice his bulls, bullocks, sheep, bring your fattest head and make a sacrifice. Spill the blood on the altar so that you can remember that you're a sinner. See, the sacrifices in the Old Testament was just to let Israel know that they were a sinner. They couldn't take away sin. It just reminded me that I was a sinner. God was sitting up in heaven going, I wonder how we gonna get them back in standing. I heard Jesus say, here's what we'll do, Father. You prepare me a body, and I'll go down. He wasn't scratching his head. He said, I know how we're going to get them back in standard. I'm going to go down. They're going to make false accusations. They're going to hang me on the cross on a Friday afternoon. They're going to nail my right hand. They're going to nail my left hand. They're going to nail on my feet. They're going to put a thorn on my head. They're going to spear me in my side. But early, something already, I'm going to get up with all power in my hand so I can make the right treatment to forgive God of his sin. What sin washed away all of my sins? Nothing. Because of the blood. He wasn't scratching his head. Y'all not talking back to me. When Moses was at the Red Sea, after leading Israel out of Egypt, he got to the Red Sea. God wasn't scratching his head. I wonder how they gonna get across. The last boat I made can't hold this many people, so we can't make a ship now. How they gonna get across the Red Sea? He wasn't scratching his head. Moses was the one scratching his head. Moses said, God, I'm at the sea. How are we going to get these people over? God said, Moses, don't ask me. Use what you got in your hand. Moses said, I got it. Here's how we're going to treat this diagnosis. I'm going to hold my rod up. And when I stretch out my hand, without a front end over, without a tractor, without a dump truck, without farm, God made a highway in the middle of the sea, and they walk through because he used what is. I'm preaching up. Y'all may not think I'm preaching up in here. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I'm preaching up in here. Y'all ain't talking back to me. Somebody get the 2 Corinthians. Chapter number 11, real quick. Verse 23. Chapter 11, verse 23. Real quick. Real quick. 2 Corinthians. Somebody should make the right diagnosis in order to get the right treatment. See, they had to diagnose what type of cancer I had in order to figure out how to treat me. See, you can't treat non-Hodgkin the way you treat colon cancer. Y'all ain't hear what I'm saying. You can't treat non-Hodgkin the way you treat leukemia. Y'all ain't talking back to me. You can't treat non-Hodgkin the way you treat the flu. Oh, can I get some help up in here? You can't treat non-Hodgkin the way you treat pneumonia. You can't treat non-Hodgkin the way you treat this coronavirus. You gotta treat it with the right diagnosis. You need somebody that knows what they know. They know. Y'all want to know why we pay the lawyers so much? We pay them $165 to $200 an hour, Brother Wayne, because of what they know. Y'all ain't hearing me. See, you can make more money based on what you. The doctor get paid good money because it's what he. Y'all ain't hearing me. You just rather go out here and pay somebody that don't know nothing and come up with the wrong treatment. You pay the wrong lawyer that don't know nothing and end up 30 years to life. Y'all ain't talking to me. We pay because of what we. 2 Corinthians 11:23. What does it say? Real authority. Chapter 11, verse 23. Read real authority. What does it say?